I am so humbled and grateful for every single one of you joining on this journey with me, with Project Me. It is going to be a really refreshing time here, and I really pray that this is a place where women can interact and get to know each other and to grow and to refuel and to learn to identify who they are again. And with this new, fresh knowledge, be able to use their gifts and talents for their families and the world to not only take care of their core being and go through some healing for themselves, but then also too that will manifest on the outer appearance, and that we can start taking care of our hair and nails and body and wardrobe again, and our weight, and also for the mind, that we can get through some of that mental clutter that gets us stuck. A lot of these things that can get us trapped and stuck, and when we purposefully put ourselves, whether we consciously do or not, put ourselves on the back burner, really prevents us from being all we can be. And when that happens, then we can't be very good leaders, and we're not very good influencers to those around us and for the world. So it's time that we step up to the plate. We identify that we are fearfully and wonderfully made, that we were made with unique gifts and talents, and that we can pursue personal goals and still fit nice and snugly within the roles that we have. I think we've mistaken that the roles come first and that we come last, and that means dedication. But in all actuality, it doesn't. When you neglect yourself and you put yourself on the back burner, after a while you lose yourself, and depression can hit. And we need to get back to really understanding and knowing who we are, and identifying that who we are outside of those roles that we play. I am so happy that you're here. We're going to go through 3 different concepts that cover the whole woman: mind, body, and spirit. And we're going to go deep, and we'll come back up. We'll talk about core stuff that'll help us heal, and then we'll get back up and we'll talk about makeup tips and hair tips, and share with each other, and I'll share what I know, and then you girls can share, and we'll work through our book, and we'll see how we've grown. So we're going to not only heal and touch on some really core topics with our mind and soul and our spirit, but also too with our bodies. It'll follow suit and manifest, and that it'll shine through the outside, and where we'll actually put that makeup on in the morning, and instead of sweats as our go-to when we go out the door, we'll actually put something cute on, such as a dress, or we'll have a nice handbag or something that really makes us feel good, as we should feel good. And we're also going to know who we are, and with that new understanding, be able to identify what the strengths and talents and unique gifts we have, so that we can pursue them and have goals for ourselves, which is very, very invigorating and very exciting. And sometimes that's all that it takes to shift a mood or a mindset into a whole other level that you haven't felt in a very long time, and that is of joy and excitement and being invigorated about your life. And that is my hope and my prayer for this group of you wonderful women, that we can really come together and support each other through this journey. I'm going to go ahead, and on Fridays, tomorrow is the start day, July 1st, and I'm excited. I'm going to touch on every single Friday will be a live video, and then we'll use the rest of the week to work on our stuff and show our pages and divulge what we want or don't want, but how I'm going to give you kind of a challenge to work on within that week, touching on the mind, body, and spirit, and then you'll work on it in that week, sharing and opening up and healing and working through it. It's going to be really, really fun, challenging, fun, inspiring, and the growth is going to be phenomenal. The growth is going to just go shoot through the roof. Invite some more friends if you want to. Get them in here with Project Me. It's going to be a really good time. I'm going to do live videos every Friday, like I said, and then we'll work through it. I'm going to turn you around now. I'm going to show you briefly what you may want to pick up for your book, how the book is going to be categorized so that you kind of get an idea, general idea for when we start tomorrow, and some of even my favorite pens. So I'm going to kind of briefly go through that, and I can't wait to begin to see you tomorrow when we actually launch it off and dive right in. So hold tight. I'm going to show you some things that you may want to go ahead and grab for tomorrow's launch. Okay, so here we are. I put my Project Me in with my planner, and this is my Chic Sparrow Joy, and this is the wide. I prefer wide. Over at Designs by Planner Perfect, I do sell wide and narrow, and they're in there. So right along with the plan book, snuggled here in the back, look it, there she is, the Wren, Project Me, all ready. So you can grab this if you want, if you haven't already. It's just perfect for it. Now, how I'm going to be doing this, I told you, is in 3 different categories, and that's kind of how I'm going to be going through it. So I've got body, soul, and mind. And I just kind of put it in 3 different chunks, equally spread out within here, as you can see. And you don't have to count pages or get ridiculous, just kind of get 3 different chunks. And I got this tab maker, and I just put tabs here with some washi, as you can see here. And you might want to get this all prepped and ready. If you do not have the tab maker or something like that, you can either cut it out as such, because it really isn't a big deal. And I actually shove my tabs way in so they're not sticking out, and I don't like tabs that are a pain in the butt, sticking out too far. So just kind of anything that you can kind of stick in and put some washi on top of it and label what it'll be will work beautifully. So that's kind of how I'm going to be covering it. Here are some favorite things that you can get for this project. Okay, so here are some of my favorite scrap paper, and I kind of like to use this. I use that for the tabs, and just kind of punch them out. Here is my tab maker. I got this on Amazon. I'm not really sure if Michaels or Hobby Lobby does carry something like this, but I love this. I even have a YouTube video on how I used it, so if you want to check that out, go right ahead. So this one here I got at Hobby Lobby or Michaels maybe, and it's just fun scrap paper that you can kind of cut into, and it's just really, really pretty. You know, you don't have to get something like this all big, and you don't even have to do any of it. This can be just used as just a workbook. This honestly doesn't have to be a big deal. If this is something that you want to do, then by all means, then I'm just giving you some tips of what I'll do, and I'll be showing some of my pages too. Here are some of my tip-ins that are going to be available too that you can throw in, which I think will be beautiful as a way to kind of beautify your pages as well. Just to kind of tip them in, write something on the back that helps you through this Project Me journey. So just know that these will be uploaded to my shop within the first week of July. So this will be nice to kind of get your hands on over there. This is also kind of fun, these kind of little cards here. This is an illustrated faith one. I got it on Amazon. Just those little different words that kind of can come together and really be cute on your pages. And I found these at Hobby Lobby or Michaels. Again, they're just more fun things that you kind of just put together. I love these, and I use them quite frequently on my pages and on tabs. So, and again, I do love this little adhesive number. This is a Tombow one, got it at Michael's, and it's basically just a tape. It's just tape. It's like glue, but in a tape form, and you kind of go like this, and it'll stick your tabs right on. Of course, I have a video on this, but these are my favorite water-based acrylic paints, and that is my favorite color. But this is more like a nude. I use just a regular card, and I use that for my pages. Check out my video on YouTube, Planner Perfect, if you haven't already, on how to decorate pages using acrylic. I've got that there. Another couple things that you should know is my favorite pen. So my 3 favorite pens are the gel roll pens by Signo, and this is a kind of a gold, which I love. I've used these in my July pages, I think, here. But I love to do this kind of thing with my white gel pen, and over here I use the gold. So when I set my goals and I kind of look at, you don't even need much paint, you know, you just could do this kind of thing with some acrylic and then write in some things as you're working through your book. But there's where the gold is, and that's what I used here. And this one is the white one where you saw the crosses, the white Uniball Signo, love it. And my all-time favorite pen that I think I get asked about 1,000 times a day is, drum roll, the Papermate Flare Medium Point. It is a killer pen that I can't get enough of. I should have stock in it, and I should probably have just a big basket full of them because I use them and run out of them so quickly. But I love them, and they're the perfect pen, and I do all of my writing with it everywhere. It's beautiful. So there you go, guys. Those are my favorite essentials, things that now you kind of know how we're going to go through our book together, and we're gonna dive in. We're gonna dive in, and we're gonna have an amazing time. Girls, I can't wait to see you tomorrow as we begin Project Me.